Hello everybody, my name is ThatRatGuy and today we're gonna look at a game called Pankapu, which is a very casual and simplistic platformer, but I've basically fell in love with it. So let's continue our game. It's a 2D platformer, kind of reminds me of the first Rayman game, actually. With its theme, with its style, I guess. So I've played this for about an hour, and it's sort of a story told by, like a nighttime story told to a daughter, but there are also events unfolding inside of this story and outside of it. And currently we're on a little menu where we can navigate through different levels, watch all the cutscenes, also set settings and quit the game, browse our powers and our status, once here our status. So let's go into the Forest Isle. I'm using a controller because I like playing platformers with a controller, and here we are, this is our hero Pankapu. And as you can see, this is a painted graphics style 2D platform, and it's just gorgeous to me. Alright. And there are also cutscenes. Right, cool, we're getting another power and another fragment of the game's foreground story. Alright, so we have now like an energy explosion. Right, so we can go left and right. Now, right now we unlock powers as we go. A jumps, there's no double jump yet. You can press X on the Xbox controller to make a combo of 3 swings. You can use Y to sort of throw your sword. This actually kills some enemies that are otherwise unkillable. You can press B to block, but you are frozen in place. However, that blocking attacks recharges your mana, which is used for the swing attack. You can also recently unlocked a dash that allows me to break stones. It's sort of a collectathon, where you go back to levels and revisit them once you gain the powers that you need to, but right, I need 3 animal points and explosions. Right, that worked. Standing in this blue fruit recharges my anima, which is, well, basically mana, which I can use for special attacks. And the platforming and controls are pretty tight, actually. A little slow there, a little floaty, but they're very, very forgiving. So if you're looking for a very casual, relaxing platformer, I guess that's what I would recommend, because I fell in love with this. It is actually not that popular on Steam. It's sort of I'd even call it a hidden gem. It's very it's surprisingly competent, even if you play it for the first 15 minutes. It can also get quite challenging. It's cutesy, but it does hide a few tricks up its sleeve. It does use a lot of old classic tricks. There are also auto scroll levels. There's a lot of hidden stuff, and my comparison to the first Rayman is that the story's kind of similar. You have this little dreamland that had these tiny cute little ghost kind of fairies that got taken over by evil things, and now they are scattered all around the land, and you have to find all of them and, well, save the world. Right, this guy. It's fairly easy to figure out the patterns on enemies. It's all about basically remembering those things. Right. Can attack him 3 times, but then I have to block. It's fairly simple. And actually the fairies that you do find... Oh, hello. This is actually a surprise. That you do find kind of remind me of lumps. Also... Yep, I found one. There's a neat little trick when you are close to some of these little mudkins, I think they're called. There's a little sound like chime, like something's close by. That's neat because it gives you an alert to, hey, search for things. Yeah, you're gonna die. I'm not going to risk getting to you. And by 4, yes. So every 25 of these mudkins you gain a Lutonite fragment, which if you gain 4 you basically gain another life point, which is pretty neat. You're not gonna attack me? Right, I'm gonna attack you. Now platforming can be sort of forgiving, but sometimes it can just be brutal, like what it requires actually from you. Oh, for example, there are also these enemies that little blobs on trunks. You can kill them only from the distance using the little knife throw. However, you then cannot stand on them. In some places you can only get to by going on top of these guys. It's for example, if I killed this guy right now is a great example. I wouldn't be able to get this mudkin, but now I can. Insta block. It's fairly easy. The game doesn't feature any sort of... Wow, that was a drop. The game doesn't feature any sort of life system. It has generous checkpoints and that's about it. The controls feel... Like I said, the character's movement is... When you're running is okay. The jumping feels a little floaty, as in, you do have control over a character, like very good control in midair, but you know, his sort of jump and falling down is kind of slow. You sort of almost like hover. It's more of the fact that the game just is quite easy. Oops. Entered the wrong menu. And it pretty much has a pretty sweet soundtrack. Some cutscenes actually do have like voice acting, which is decent. Right, another Briar Heart. Right now my quest is to kill 3 Briar Hearts, which basically 3 levels that contain these guys. Right, and a single explosion. Nice. And yeah, you get support characters that will aid you. It's kind of... You also get like a sidekick that keeps talking to you, kind of like Fidget from Dust and Elysian Tale. Which is, you know, for some people it's kind of annoying. That character was quite annoying, for some people liked her. I actually don't mind. However, it does, you know, teach you stuff, so it kind of holds your hand. For the most part, a lot of, like, if you have like introduced a new power, the game tells you how to use it. But other times, in order to defeat some enemies, for example, this hand never had any tutorial, but it had a specifically designed area to teach you how to kill it. And also trial and error helps. Ooh, that's a new thing. Usually these purple pawns shoot only upwards. These ones shoot in an arc. And I can throw another one. Actually, allowed to attack myself so I can recharge my attack. I'm not sure what is the limit on... Yeah, and it's going to throw you. That hand grabs you and throws you, and sometimes it can actually insta-kill you by throwing you into a pit. Also, another thing that I kind of compared it to Rayman, there are platforms that are like bongos and drums and other instruments, and kind of reminds me of Bandland from Rayman. It's pretty good, it's pretty good. I got a key for it from the devs, I think. Or maybe the PR company, I don't remember. But I'm not sure, because it's supposed to be episodic from what I've read on its Steam page. So right now you can buy it for €5 or pay €10 to buy episode 1 and 2. So I haven't completed the game, so I don't know how much content it is. This is, after all, an impression after only an hour, but I'm liking what I'm seeing, and you know, it's cute, it's well done. God damn it. Got greedy and just wanted that little Mudderkin. Mudderkin? So bad. Right. But getting back to where you actually started or finished off isn't too hard. The game also, like you can see, there's a hidden area, but it is smart enough to remove the foreground from it. Deaths and respawns are quite fast, so there's not a lot you lose by dying. There's no, like I said, there's no life system, and often visiting these things refills some of your health. So the game constantly, you know, gives you an option to continue going. I haven't really found an area where I thought the game was unfair to me. Actually, one thing I don't really like that much is the camera at times. It sometimes fixes on rooms, and I had a situation where I wanted to exit a room where there was a fixed camera. There's also no way to look up and down, which is kind of annoying because I can't see what's sometimes below me. In most cases, the camera is fixed in a position where you can tell where you can go. For example, you can see like a shine of an object to know that, oh, there's a platform there. But I had this one room where it ended on the left side and the camera fixed in place. But the issue was that I've basically ran past it, the camera unhinged from its fixed position, and I died because I fell off. I keep forgetting that platform is in the middle. I'm not saying that it's the game's fault, it's totally my fault. I think I got the same achievement in-game already like 10 times. Right, you guys go Get out. It's in the middle and I still mess it. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna move on. And... yeah. Block. Block. Attack. And there we go. Block. And 3 slashes. Like I said, everything I did wrong and I died is basically my fault, because I could take my time to do this. And right, let's go onto these platforms. There's a thing here. Now, do I want to risk and get that? Not really. Right now, these guys are mostly for... you gain them for... get them for health reasons. It's not like in Rayman where it actually locks you out of levels until you have enough lums. God damn it. But yeah, this in a nutshell is Pankapu. I personally find it to be a hidden gem. It released some time ago, and I'll leave the links to the Steam page in the description below if you want to check it out yourself and you've been intrigued by what you have seen. My name has been ThatRatGuy, and I will see you in the next video. See ya!